Happening now, Tennessee's governor pushes Memphis schools to bring students back to the classroom. This as SDS decision makers announce their plans to delay in-person learning. We're holding school leaders accountable for what happens next. Mid-Southerners spend hours waiting in long lines for the COVID-19 vaccine.
They need to get it together. Get somebody here that knows what they're doing.
What's being done to get more help in and speed up those vaccinations for thousands of people in the Mid-South? And nearly half the students in one local community are caught skipping class when they're supposed to be learning online. We look at how truancy relates to youth crime and what local leaders are doing about it.
Fox 13 News at 5 starts now.
Despite continued pressure to reopen schools, Shelby County Schools is kicking the can down the road again. Today, the district announced children will not go back to the classroom early next month as planned. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Daryl Green.
Hi there, I'm Merle Purvis. And we learned today about another major concern tied to virtual learning. Fox 13's Siobhan Riley spoke with Fraser Community School leaders about the difficulty of keeping track of students who don't attend their online classes. And
we found there were a lot of them. First, though, we start with Tony Sloan. He's got the controversial story about the decision to delay in-person learning again. Tony, I know we asked the district why they made this decision. You've been digging to get answers from SCS. Any luck?
Yeah, Daryl, the decision comes after the Governor Lee made the decision and talked to Superintendent David Ray about getting these students in class, but students were supposed to be in class on February 8th, but Dr. Ray issued a statement today pushing that off, and he's leaving his staff to explain why.
We know that this is a very difficult decision. There's no easy or right answer when it comes to sending our employees and our families back into school buildings. But again, virtual learning, it is not broken.
Shelby County Schools remains one of only 2 districts in the state not to offer in-person learning for students. Superintendent George Ray won't discuss his decision or answer questions, although we've asked multiple times in the past couple weeks to talk to him. But he took to Twitter Friday to announce another delay in getting kids back in the classrooms, even as the governor, the president, and the CDC push to reopen schools safely. The district says they're waiting for more to be done for the safety of students and employees.
Right now, we do not have a commitment from state leaders or the governor for our teachers to be prioritized. We are working very closely with the health department. That is the good news. We're hopeful in that we're training our own nurses, and we are providing pod sites where our educators and employees can come and get the vaccination just as soon as it's available.
District spokeswoman Jerica Phillips says so far there's been no word on when the vaccine will be available to teachers. We've reached out to the governor's office, and they sent us a statement saying vaccine prioritizations has already been determined, and teachers are bumped up just behind healthcare workers and the elderly. We reached out to all of the members of the Shelby County School Board about Dr. Ray's decision.
I am supporting him on that message. Very tough decision, but it is the safest decision to make at this time. If the governor wants to help us to provide a vaccine for our teachers, and then we'll be happy to get our doors open.
School board member Althea Green says the board supports the decision to keep school doors closed until a change is made. The district says parents, teachers, and students feel unsafe after reports of fluctuating numbers for COVID cases.
We continue to ask for the patience of our community and support of our community. We ask for many to show grace towards our leadership and our superintendent as we continue to do what's best for our students and families.
There's not a set day for when in-person learning will come back in Shelby County, but the district says that 70% of parents that they surveyed in early December told them that they think it's safer to stay virtual, and 80% of teachers want to stay virtual as well. Again, we've been asking to talk to Dr. Ray, but we've not had any luck. The district says he may be available next week. Althea Green is one of only 2 school board members who got back to us as well. Live in Memphis, Tony Sloan, Fox 13 News.
All right, thank you, Tony. SCS backed up its decision today with some statistics that may not tell the true story. In its release, the superintendent said, and this is a quote, "Just this week, the number of diagnosed coronavirus cases in Shelby County doubled in the course of one 24-hour period. Wednesday's health department update indeed reported 220 new cases compared to 446 new cases in Thursday's update. but there were also more than twice as many tests reported Thursday. The truth is, the 7-day average of new cases has steadily decreased in Shelby County. In fact, it's down 33% since the end of last year. The release also says, and I'm quoting, "In 2 days this week, 39 of our neighbors died from COVID." The health department's report of 39 new deaths over the past 2 days is actually the number of new death certificates the health department gets, and they may reflect deaths that happened several days or even several weeks earlier.
Now, we asked SCS spokesperson Jerica Phillips about those new numbers today. Her answer also did not seem to match the recent data.
We understand that the numbers have not consistently gone down here in Shelby County. Here in January, we've had more than 1,000 cases in one day. So even though numbers continue to fluctuate, and as you mentioned, there may be more tests that are being taken, we want to see the numbers consistently go down here in Shelby County.
But again, the numbers themselves on face value don't tell the full story. They've been consistently going down. And that one day with 1,000 cases she mentioned, that was January 2nd, when the county, I should say, was in the midst of a post-holiday surge. In the 4 weeks since that date, the number of active cases in the county is down a full 39%.
Also, we should mention that 15 minutes before airtime, SES sent us a video statement from Dr. Joris Ray, and you can watch the full video on our website. Go to fox13memphis.com. Among the negatives of virtual learning is making sure that kids are showing up for class.
You got some schools saying 50% of the children are not getting on their devices days at a time.
Did you hear what he said? 50% are not even getting on the devices. One community leader is working with several organizations to collect data about who is showing up for virtual learning and who is not. Fox 13's Siobhan Riley is live in downtown Memphis. And Siobhan, you reached out to Fraser Community Schools leaders who said the pandemic is making it worse. And I had been told by some parents that the kids check in and then they check out, or they just don't check in at all. I didn't really have proof of that, but it sounds like you found some.
Merlin, we know that can lead to more crime. That's what happens sometimes with truancy issues. Now, I did reach out to Fraser Community Schools after Charlie Caswell gave me that information, and they confirmed that there have been times where only 50% of students were checking in, and at times only 40% sometimes were showing up for class.
You got some schools saying 50% of the children are not getting on their devices days at a time.
When Charlie Caswell found out how many students were not showing up for class, he decided to partner with other community groups to combat truancy. Caswell is the executive director of Legacy Legend CDC in Fraser, a nonprofit that helps families dealing with trauma and mental health issues.
Reaching out to the schools and basically and having a number of the schools reach out to us for children, helping to identify where some of these children are.
Fraser School's chief of staff told me once they noticed a decline in high school attendance, students told them they are missing out on virtual learning because they're working. Some of the students skipping virtual learning are in middle school.
We know down the road this is going to be harder on us as a community to try to help these children who may feel some type of depression or anxiety because they're not at the same pace as some of their peers may be.
Caswell is reaching out to as many schools as possible to collect data that will help identify exactly how many students are not showing up and why. The next step is to connect families with services that may help put food on the table and introduce them to after-school programs. He says the Clergy app will be a game changer.
But the child can go on this phone, on this app, and actually put in information that said, I'm not feeling well, I didn't eat nothing today, and that sends an alert to us.
And earlier I said 40% were showing up. It's 40% were not showing up, and sometimes 50% at times. Now, I did reach out to Shelby County Schools to find out if they're having the same issue. They told me I'd have to file an open records request. I put that information in. However, one of my sources who is a principal says they are having that problem. She says only 60% of students showed up for virtual learning at times. Reporting live in Memphis, Siobhan Riley, Fox 13 News.
Siobhan, thank you. Let's go to our other major topic, the pandemic, of course. A third COVID-19 vaccine, the one made by Johnson & Johnson, could be authorized for use very soon, Laura.
Yeah, tonight we are going to break down how it works and why it matters. So the big question everyone has is, well, how well does it work? Data released today shows it is 66% effective in preventing moderate and severe disease, but 85% effective overall at preventing hospitalization and death. By comparison, the vaccines already on the market are about 95% effective overall against COVID-19. But the government's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says it does have pluses. It's inexpensive. And unlike the others, it is a single dose and does not have to be stored in freezers, just refrigerators. Johnson & Johnson says it plans to file for emergency use authorization from the FDA within a week. Let's turn to weather news. Chilly day across the Mid-South today, and we will see some rain this weekend. Fox 13 meteorologist Yasser Kish says you can count on that. He's live in Sphere Weather Center 13.
Yeah,
Yasser.
And it's not just the rain we need to be worried about. It's going to be the wind as well. But temperatures this evening remaining on the milder side because typically this time of year we should be into the upper 20s for our overnight lows. We're going to be into the upper or low 40s instead as we get to 7 o'clock in the morning, 43 degrees. Plenty of clouds throughout your morning, warming up to 46 by 9 a.m. By 3 o'clock. We're dealing with rain, 58, and some very gusty winds as well that are going to be on the way for your Saturday. It's not going to be fun to deal with. We're going to break it all down of what you can expect for your weekend coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Yasser. Still to come on Fox 13 News at 5. The women of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority are celebrating 113 years of service. At 5:45, we're going to hear from 4 Mid-South chapter presidents about their experiences, plus a slight improvement in those extremely long wait times to get the vaccine in Shelby County. We're going to look closely at the progress that was made today. And security concerns continue after the insurrection at the Capitol. Next, the plan to make that area safer.
There's been so much happening in our lives. Everything's changed, and so have we.
We're being inundated with information about COVID-19. We've had to adjust the way we deliver the news on Good Morning Memphis.
We want to drill down and show you the information that matters to you.
We're going to help you figure out what's relevant. Every day, we're talking to the experts. We're asking them about this virus.
Our #1 job is to keep you informed and to tell you what you need to know.
We're making sure that we get you accurate information to prepare for your day, every day.
Plantar fasciitis feels like pointed, sharp pain.
My feet were hurting so bad, I had plantar fasciitis.
When I drove past the Good Feet store, I thought, I'm going to stop in. What can it hurt?
Went in there, I was fitted with some arch supports, and it definitely did help my feet. To my amazement, I was like, wow, it really does work.
They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, these make a difference.
Plantar fasciitis pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Here's to the doers. To all the people who realize they can do more with less asthma. Thanks to Dupixent, the add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Dupixent isn't for sudden breathing problems. It can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks and help prevent severe asthma attacks. It's not a steroid, but can help reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. And don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Talk to your asthma specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
There's a spot.
Not feeling it.
What's wrong with that spot?
Too far. I know a better girl.
Sure you do.
I do. What about here?
Crooked Parker. Lighting's weird.
We're never going to park, are we?
Yeah, probably not.
Commit to the drive with intelligent forward collision warning. Save up to $2,500 on Altima or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Ever bought something and when your friend asked where you got it, you were embarrassed to tell her? Quality home furnishings only cost a little more. Long life and pride of ownership make them worth much, much more. Come see for yourself at Bartlett Home Furnishings.
People often ask, how much do I have to pay you up front to be my lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. Personal injury, car crash, slip and fall. It's free unless we win. We never take a fee until we win your case. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
This is Fox 13 News.
Security in the nation's capital remains on high alert as warnings grow about threats from extremists.
Let's go to Samantha Manning live in Washington. Sam, now there's talk about permanently ramping up security both inside and outside the Capitol building.
Yeah, there has historically been a resistance to making the Capitol look like a fortress because it's meant to be open to the public. But now with the growing threat of extremists, there's talk about making permanent security changes. Outside the nation's capital, a razor wire fence is still standing, with thousands of National Guardsmen on hand. It comes as the Department of Homeland Security is warning about the growing threat of violent domestic extremists following the attack at the Capitol earlier this month. Lawmakers from both parties are on high alert.
I think members have been receiving threats. We now have 5,000 National Guard members still stationed around the Capitol building.
We all have a little office in the Capitol itself, away from our other offices, and that, it still has got broken glass and boarded up windows where the insurrectionists attempted to penetrate.
Even with the ramped up security measures, there have been recent incidents. Capitol Police arrested a man yesterday for trying to bypass a security checkpoint at the Capitol. And on Wednesday, a West Virginia man was arrested for carrying an unlicensed gun and ammo near the Capitol. The acting police chief of the U.S. Capitol Police Department is pushing to have the fencing become permanent. But the mayor of Washington, D.C. is pushing back, saying while the fencing and the National Guardsmen are needed for now, she will, quote, not accept extra troops or permanent fencing as a long-term fixture in D.C. And there's also a debate among members of Congress about security rules for lawmakers. Some Republicans are pushing to allow them to bring their guns into the House chamber. It's something that most Democrats don't want to see happen, though. Live in Washington, Samantha Manning, Fox 13 News.
All right, thanks, Sam. The FBI says the 2 pipe bombs discovered near the Capitol January 6 were placed there the night before the insurrection. Federal investigators released new details and photos from the case today. They were hoping for tips from the public. They are concerned the bomber could still be at work. A new wanted poster says the pipe bombs were placed near the Democrat and Republican Party headquarters between 7:30 and 8:30 the night before January 6th, so on January 5th. And according to a law enforcement official, the bombs were 8 inches long, rigged to egg timers, and filled with an explosive powder. The reward for information leading to the location, the arrest, you're looking at some of the video right now of what they are showing of the suspect, and conviction of that person responsible for the pipe bombs, that was raised. It's now at $100,000.
There's a push for the U.S. Capitol police officer killed during the breach to lie in honor at the Capitol. We're talking about Officer Brian Sicknick. He was killed after being hit in the head with a fire extinguisher during the hours-long fight for control of the building. A bill was introduced yesterday to allow him to lie in honor before his burial at Arlington National Cemetery. Now, if it's passed by unanimous consent, a plaque would be placed in the Capitol in honor of Officer Sicknick, and it would allow the House Sergeant-at-Arms to pay for Sicknick's funeral services. Well, a boil water notice is in effect now for people who live in Helena, West Helena, Arkansas. The Department of Health there says that the notice was issued as a precaution because the water might be contaminated specifically in West Helena because of a partial loss of pressure in the water system. Now, the city is waiting on test results to make sure the water is okay. In the meantime, you should boil any water you plan to use for at least 1 minute.
NASA is starting to test fire its mega rocket for future moon and deep space missions. So-called hot fire test It took place yesterday in South Mississippi. That rocket will send an uncrewed Orion spacecraft around the moon. That first flight is scheduled to blast off sometime later this year. NASA's goal is to return astronauts to the moon as soon as 2024.
You need a light jacket as you head out tonight. We have just a few clouds that are going to be rolling on through for us, increasing throughout the night. Temperatures into the 40s as well. 45 by 7 o'clock, 41 by 8 and 9 o'clock. But here's the weather story for tomorrow. It's going to be the winds that we're going to be seeing in place along with the wet weather. It's going to be a little bit rainy and a little bit stormy, especially later on Saturday throughout the afternoon, overnight hours, but it remains cool and dry as we start the new starting the new week on Sunday into Monday there. But as we get later on into the work week and get it later on into next week, well, that's where we're going to be looking at the threat for some thunderstorms to potentially move back into the forecast once again for us, because there's a small chance for maybe a rumble of thunder tomorrow night for us. But we're expecting dry conditions in the morning. We're seeing clouds continuing again to increase for us. Temperatures remaining on the milder side. You still need a jacket, though, with 40s in place. We get to 52 by lunchtime. Better chance of us beginning to see maybe a shower by lunchtime there, but the best chance is going to be actually really through the overnight hours for our Saturday. We're going to be drier during the daytime hours on Saturday, and the wet weather really gets going later on in the afternoon through the overnight hours there on Saturday. But the winds, again, they're going to be picking up, and these are the winds, the sustained winds we're going to be sustaining, and we're talking about the sustained 15, 20-plus miles per hour, gusting up to 30, 40 miles per hour. Any loose objects, you're going to want to tie them down or bring them in. Just kind of take a little loop around the house, walk outside a little bit, make sure there's nothing you need to worry about or you need to secure or bring in before we get to the winds that we're going to be dealing with for your Saturday. But again, clouds increasing tonight, mostly dry. Saturday morning is at 6 a.m. on Futurecast. Here we are by 10 o'clock. We begin to see more clouds moving on in, and then eventually that rain moves on in as we head into the afternoon hours and through the overnight. But it gets pretty cool for us Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday there, and we're seeing temperatures warming back up on Thursday.
Juke Joint Festival is going to be back here in Clarksdale this year. What we know about how it's going to be different due to COVID-19.
And we heard from the COVID-19 response team today why they say the mutations of the virus should be a wake-up call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy Kiernan with True Balance Health. If you've been struggling with your weight, now's the time to take control and lose up to a pound of fat a day. Like Shelby, who's lost 50 pounds and never thought it was possible to feel this good again. Call now for your virtual appointment from the comfort of your own home.
Ready, set, go.
Go, boy, go! Go, boy, go! Go, boy, go!
Live big in the larger-than-life SUVs from GMC. The GMC Acadia, Terrain, and all-new Yukon. Step up to GMC and get $4,000 purchase cash on most 2021 Acadia models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get an additional $750 purchase allowance. See your Mid-South GMC dealers.
Sleep better tonight with President's Day savings at the Great American Home Store on Englander sleep sets. Englander has been crafting the best mattress for more than 125 years. Quality built right here in the Mid-South by local craftsmen. Save $300 now, just $7.99 on the Barrington collection. Choose your comfort from Fern, Plush, or Pillow Top and get a great night's sleep without breaking the bank. There's never been a better time to save at the Great American Home Store. In-store or online at GoGAHS.com.
You know this guy?
Honey. With the most standard safety features in its class.
Nice stop, Mom.
Thanks. The all-new, fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue. Get a low $229 per month lease on the 2021 Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Ah, yes. The living room / classroom / office. Observe how gig speed internet from Xfinity powers the gaming tablet, the school tablet, and the extremely sticky tablet. Everyone's connected at once, even Mom, who's upstairs working hard.
Mommy's not here right now.
Gig speeds to more homes than anyone.
Leave her be.
Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $25 a month for 12 months. Or ask about a faster option with new and improved speed. Switch today.
With the Honda Civic, fun and sporty can also be practical and efficient. That's because the Civic's responsive performance is matched with excellent fuel economy ratings and a stylish, roomy interior. With standard Honda Sensing, a suite of safety and driver-assisted features. No wonder the Civic is the best-selling compact car over the last decade. Contact your Honda dealer to learn more or shop online.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy Kiernan with True Balance Health. If you've been struggling with your weight, now's the time to take control and lose up to a pound of fat a day. Like Shelby, who's lost 50 pounds and never thought it was possible to feel this good again. Call now for your virtual appointment from the comfort of your own home.
This is Fox 13 News.
Hey, filming is already underway right here in Memphis for a new TV miniseries about women of the civil rights. We spotted camera crews in the Cooper Young area late yesterday. The focus of this series is on Mamie Till. She was the mother of 14-year-old Emmett Till. His murder brought nationwide attention to racial violence. Crews plan to film locally through April.
We're honored to be a part of this series because initially there was really no reason for us to be. There's only one small scene, I think, that's actually really set in Mississippi. Whatever scenes they decide to do, you know, will be Chicago 1955 in Memphis. Memphis will be posing as Chicago, which we've done before.
Posing as Chicago. So the Till episodes of Women of the Movement are intended to function as the first season of what producers hope will be an ongoing series celebrating the contributions of women to the civil rights movement. The government's top infectious disease expert says the emergence of coronavirus mutations, that is a wake-up call. A team of experts, including Dr. Anthony Fauci, took part in a White House COVID-19 response team virtual briefing today. And so the head of the CDC addressed school reopenings and says doctors and public health officials should approach each new case of coronavirus as if it is a mutation.
This all tells us that it is an incentive to do what we've been saying all along, to vaccinate as many people as we can, as quickly as we possibly can.
The White House coronavirus advisor says President Joe Biden's coronavirus relief bill contains money to expand the efforts to track and identify those mutations.
And it's going to be a busy weather weekend. We're going to break down what you can expect each day and what you can expect even beyond that later on in the show, just after this.
Wait times for the COVID-19 vaccine at the Pitkin building have improved a little bit. Coming up, we will share why.
Your family has a wide range of personalities, and so does ours. Meet the Volkswagen family of SUVs.
Click call or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and lease a spacious and refined 2021 Atlas V6 SE Tech for just $399 a month.
Hello, Big Insurance. Is this in regards to a claim? A car crash. Wait, he broke all of his bones? And they're bringing in lawyers.
It's going to be Morgan & Morgan. It's always Morgan & Morgan.
Can I put you on hold? They didn't go with Morgan & Morgan!
All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
If you're looking for a new car this winter, you gotta run the numbers. Let's start with 4. That's how many exciting new Camry models Toyota builds right here in the USA, including the new all-wheel drive Camry. How about 19? That's how many years Camry's been the #1 selling car. Now when you run the numbers, get $1,000 customer cash on a new 21 Camry. Get $1,500 on a road-gripping all-wheel drive Camry. Or lease this Camry all-wheel drive for just $220 a month. Run the numbers and save. Toyota, let's go places.
Upchurch is celebrating 50 years of keeping your family safe, healthy, and comfortable. That's Upchurch Services' #1 priority. Upchurch Services is now offering 36 months no interest on a new AC and furnace with approved credit. It's hard to stop a train. Get a tune-up on your furnace for only $59.95. Become an Up Club member. The Up Club includes seasonal inspection and cleanings for only $14.95 a month. Visit upchurchservices.com or call 901-388-0333.
There's a spot.
Not feeling it.
What's wrong with that spot?
Too far. I know a better garage.
Sure you do.
I do.
What about here?
Crooked parking. Lighting's weird.
We're never going to park, are we?
Probably not.
Commit to the drive with intelligent forward collision warning. Save up to $2,500 on Altima or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Your family has a wide range of personalities, and so does ours. Meet the Volkswagen family of SUVs. Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and lease the sophisticated and capable 2020 Tiguan S for just $219 a month.
Attention AT&T DirecTV customers. Despite Fox 13's efforts to stay on the air, AT&T DirecTV is threatening to drop this channel, and you will no longer see your favorite programming live on AT&T DirecTV. That means you lose critical COVID-19 information and real-time updates. No live sports, no Judge Judy 911 or WWE SmackDown, and no breaking local news, traffic, or weather from Fox 13. Call AT&T DirecTV today at 1-800-531-5000 and tell them to stop the blackouts and keep Fox 13 on the air. This is Fox 13 News.
This week, thousands of people across Shelby County got their first COVID vaccine shot, but not before waiting for several hours in line to do it.
Today, though, some progress is cutting those wait times down. You know, we've been watching this pretty clearly, showing you video from Drone 13 and nighttime and daytime. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon joins us live from the Pipkin building. And Dominique, all right, give it to us. What is it looking like today?
Merle, things were a little better today. I've been out here all day, and I never saw any cars spilling out onto Central, which is what we have been seeing all week. The people I spoke with who said that they arrived at the time of their appointment, they waited 3 hours, and I know what you're thinking. 3 hours, still a long time, but much better than what people told me earlier this week. Some said they waited more than 5 hours. After waiting 3 hours in line for a COVID vaccine shot at the Pipkin building, Annette Hosier and her husband had built up an appetite.
I'd rather go home or have somebody bring me lunch.
A 3-hour wait time is actually pretty impressive. We spoke to a lot of people earlier this week who said they waited in line more than 4 hours. The Shelby County Health Department blames the excessive wait times on scheduling too many appointments in a single day and lack of staff. That's something the health director told us earlier this week they're trying to fix.
We also will be entering into contracts with some temporary agencies to hire additional nurses and also expand our use of volunteers.
We're told once finalized, this contract will allow the health department to hire 75 people to help with vaccinations. They're also cutting down on wait times by turning away people without an appointment sooner. Hosier says her paperwork was reviewed in the first hour.
They're checking cars, I think, to be sure people have the proof that they belong here, because they turned around several cars.
So you can see the cars off in the distance, but there is many less cars out here. And also we asked to speak with Health Director Elisa Haushalter, but we were told that she was on the road, had poor connection. The Health Department also opened up another site at the Appling Center, which is where we will be at 6 o'clock, and things are moving a lot smoother over there. So we'll bring you that report at 6 to share why things were moving so quickly. Reporting live in Memphis, Dominique Dillon, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Dominique. Nashville's Music City Center is going to be a mass COVID-19 vaccination site, we found out. It's got to start tomorrow, as a matter of fact. The convention center is going to be open to those with pre-scheduled appointments. Walk-in appointments are not allowed. They will not be taken. Before the pandemic, the Music City Center was known for its concerts, the conventions, and even award shows.
You have to go through their appointment request on the health department website. You get an assigned appointment for a time and a day to show up. If you do not have an appointment, you won't be allowed inside the Music City Center.
In a few weeks, there could be a third vaccine approved for use, as we told you at the top of the hour.
Chilly, rainy this weekend. A meteorologist, Yasser Kishk, is in Severe Weather Center 13, breaking down what you can expect. Yasser?
Yeah, it is going to be a busy weekend for us, but really a busy Saturday. The first half of your weekend is we're going to have to deal with all of the weather, right? It's going to get warmer. It's going to be very windy at times, and the rain will be heavy as well. Could even deal with a few rumbles of thunder on Saturday, even Saturday evening and Saturday night with that rain and wind and thunderstorm activity. And then it gets colder. We're back to January, right? Back to where we should be by Sunday. And Sunday's still going to be on the breezy side, and the downfall with Sunday, unfortunately, is it's not going to be very sunny. We're still going to be looking at our fair share of clouds rolling on through. We'll still see maybe a peak of sunshine or two, but more sunshine returns for Monday, but temperatures there get even colder as we head back to school and work on Monday with 44. But I want to focus in on those winds for Saturday, as those are going to have a pretty big impact, gusting 35 to 40 miles per hour, minor power outages, and just secure any loose objects that you don't want blowing around for you.
All right, thank you, Yasser. Well, the music is coming back to One Mid-South community, and hopefully the tourists will come back with it. Of course, COVID-19 forced the cancellation of the annual Juke Joint Festival in Clarksdale, but Fox 13's Tom Dees found out it is coming back this spring.
Juke Joint Festival founder Roger Stolle tells me not everything is rock solid yet, but yes, there will be a Juke Joint Festival this year. Just don't expect all the details for at least another month.
So we made a decision last fall that we would move January 1st dates and deadlines and information to March 1st to get us as close as we can be to make the most intelligent, safest decisions with regards to how to put on Juke Joint Festival.
Juke Joint Festival will be back here in Clarksdale, but it's going to be a little bit different than in years past.
Yeah, so in April 15th through the 18th, we'll have Juke Joint Festival and related events in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Pandemically modified. We're going to do things right, so probably more outside stuff, more smaller events, definitely masks and all kinds of things like that, health protocol stuff for indoors.
While in the past, Juke Joint has attracted as many as 30,000 people over 3 days to the city of Clarksdale, this year it's expected to be somewhat smaller.
Crazy. You know, it is 50 times the work for a 50th of the result. And it's more expensive to put on these events during COVID to do them right. But it's exciting and it's cool to offer something to our town and to the region from a tourism standpoint that's positive, and reinforces that we are here and we have never given up.
In Clarksdale, Tom Dees, Fox 13 News.
113 years of service. At 5:45, we sit down with 4 Kappa Kappa Alpha Charter presidents right here in the Mid-South about what AKA means to them. Consequences with speeding, why experts say even just going a little over the speed limit puts you at high risk for an accident.
There's been so much happening in our lives. Everything's changed, and so have we.
We're being inundated with information about COVID-19. We've had to adjust the way we deliver the news on Good Morning Memphis.
We want to drill down and show you the information that matters to you.
We're going to help you figure out what's relevant. Every day, we're talking to the experts. We're asking them about this virus.
Our #1 job is to keep you informed and to tell you what you need to know.
We're making sure that we get you accurate information to prepare for your day, every day.
I was in foot pain for 20 years. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. When I drove past the Good Feet store, I thought, I'm going to stop in. What can it hurt? They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. And you just knew, like your feet just, when they got on the right ones, they were like, oh, yeah. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
I'm Corey B. Trotz. If you've been injured in a car or truck wreck, it's time to lawyer up. Call Team NST at 683-7000 and we'll work to get you lots.
Sometimes out-of-town buyers set up in local stores trying to buy your gold, silver, jewelry, and other valuables. But they still can't pay as much as Accent. They simply have too much overhead. Prove it. Get their offer, then get Accent's in the iBank Tower in East Memphis.
Start your Saturdays with Akari Turner from 7 to 9 a.m. on Good Morning Memphis.
Attention Medicare customers with diabetes. Now you can stop the painful pricking of your fingers with a continuous glucose monitor. And they're covered by Medicare if you qualify. Call right now for free information.
This is the kind of card that has America talking. With it, people with Medicare are getting all-in-one coverage for their doctor visits, hospital care, prescription drugs, and more. This kind of insurance, called Medicare Part C, may also cover dental care, eyeglasses, hearing aids, fitness programs, vitamins, even healthy meals and rides to the doctor. With this kind of coverage, you do not need a Medicare supplement insurance plan. You will access your benefits through your Medicare Part C plan for one low and oftentimes $0 monthly plan premium. You deserve to get the most from your Medicare benefits. Call now for free information that may help you get more coverage for less money. There is no obligation to enroll. Whether for yourself or someone you love, call the number on the screen now. Call now.
Some clients say they're not the type of person who sues, but many of our cases are settled without having to sue anyone. In almost all of our car crash cases, insurance companies are responsible for paying the claim, not the person who hit you. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
This is Fox 13 News.
Driving even just a little faster can increase your risk of getting an accident by a lot. This is according to a new crash test. That's it right there. Did you see that? AAA, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, they conducted the crash test at 40, 50, and 56 miles per hour. And researchers said as crash speeds increase, so did structural damage to the car, raising the chances of the driver being hurt. 40 miles per hour, the vehicle is designed to protect a driver, likely to walk away. Faster, the car's interior was significantly damaged. Look at that. I mean, it literally flies off the road. And the dummy driver sensors showed possible neck and leg injuries.
If you crash at 60, 70, 80 miles per hour, vehicles are not designed to be able to protect you in that kind of violent collision.
IIHS says 41 states allow 70 mile per hour. That's higher speed on some roadways. And if it's 385, it's about 90.
Not legally, of course. Not yet. Well, a Tennessee panel has approved licenses for 2 more sportsbook operators under the state's online-only sports betting law. William Hill and Wynn Sports drew approval today from the Lottery Sports Wagering Committee. Now, Lottery CEO Rebecca Hargrove said that those companies and a third, Churchill Downs, have indicated that they won't have sports books running in time for the Super Bowl. That's February 7th, of course. FanDuel, BetMGM, DraftKings, and Tennessee Action 24/7 are up and running. Churchill Downs has previously been approved.
We're going to be dry tonight, but moisture, it is tracking our way for your Saturday. We're going to break that down and what you can expect ahead just after this.
I'm a member of American Home Shield, which means this faucet may be freaking out, but I'm not.
All good here.
Something's wrong with my AC. It's blowing pretty hard and it won't turn off. Luckily, I'm a member of American Home Shield. My plan helps cover the cost when parts of more than 20 home appliances and systems wear out. If they can't repair them, they'll replace them.
American Home Shield is the largest and pays the most home warranty claims.
It covers things home insurance doesn't, no matter their age. It's a beautiful day.
I've never felt so good. Give American Home Shield a call to find the right plan for you.
800-958-9813. That's 800-958-9813. Hey, Janice!
Could you tell where my head was at when you found me? Me and you went to hell just to find peace. Man, I thought I had everything. I was lonely. Now you're my everything. I was lonely.
CarShop.com and gear up.
Still your best friend, and now your co-pilot. Still the workday, just the night shift. Still home sweet home, just more mobile. Still hard work, just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Get a total value of $5,500 on this Silverado All-Star. Plus, current competitive owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Kroger, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row, that had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque, or a truck winning Luxury Car of the Year. So winning once will always be a proud moment. Twice, an accomplishment. 3 times, well, never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
Right now, get $6,800 in total values on the purchase of a 2021 Ram 1500.
This is Fox 13 News.
This month, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated celebrates 107. See, I gave them too many years. 113 years of service. And DG, I mean service.
Yes, absolutely. For the first time, 8 local chapters came together. They celebrated with their own special program and a special, as you said, Merle service project.
In this week's Family Focus, Fox 13's Lauren Coleman sits down with 4 Mid-South chapter presidents talking about the occasion.
You've seen them in our schools, and you've seen them at the polls. Decked out in salmon pink and apple green, the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated are committed to service.
Service to all mankind, just like it was stated earlier, we reach everyone. It's just not an organization for women, but it's for men, women, boys, and girls. We reach everyone at all times, globally at all times.
This month, the historic First Black Greek Sorority celebrates 113 years of sisterhood and service. And for the first time, 4 local Mid-South graduate chapters and 4 local undergraduate chapters came together to celebrate its Founders Day.
Why was it important this year for all the chapters to come together to put on a joint Founders Day?
We were already planning to do this together, but continuous events showed us how very important it was for us to show unity.
The virtual celebration, titled Stronger, Wiser, Better Together, featured International Membership Chair Tracy Morant Adams as the guest speaker, and a donation of $5,000 to 5 local organizations. Each donation helped groups that focus on education, health and wellness, global impact, and more.
It sends a strong message to the community. I'm just overjoyed to share that I served on that service project committee, and I was able to reach out to those 5 recipients, and the joy, I mean, they were just excited that this organization, that 4 chapters came together.
And the ladies say this joint program shows there is true power in numbers.
One of the things that we learned is how much we learn from each other in putting on our program. So hopefully this was the start of just the very beginning of what we see that we can accomplish together.
For Fox 13's Family Focus, I'm Lauren Coleman.
And these ladies are a force. AKA has more than 300,000 members worldwide, with hundreds of members right here in the Mid-South serving this community. And that includes our own Lauren Coleman.
Okay, so when's the last time you popped some bubbly? Champagne is a symbol of celebration, and the pandemic seems to have given us less reason, however, to do just that. The final numbers for 2020 haven't been tallied yet, but one industry group estimates champagne sales took a hit all over the world. Champagne sales fell as much as $1.2 billion last year, and there was an 18% drop in volume. Producers blame the closures of restaurants and bars, as well as cancellations of parties and big events.
Another round of bonuses for the people who work at Lowe's. The home improvement company is giving back in a big way, too. $80 million in total to frontline workers. Next month, all full-time hourly U.S. associates will get a one-time payment of $300. Part-time and seasonal workers will get $150. This is the 7th bonus that Lowe's has offered since the pandemic started last March. And this comes as Lowe's embarks on a hiring spree. The company says they're going to hire more than 50,000 people to help meet demand during the spring.
We have dry air that is in place right now, but that's going to be changing. We're keeping a close eye on some moisture towards Texas coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. This is going to begin surging northward throughout the overnight tonight and throughout the day on Saturday. But notice as we go throughout the morning in the Mid-South, we have pretty much a dry air mass relatively in place. So this is going all the way through noon on Saturday. But that begins to change as we go through Saturday afternoon. More of that moisture begins pumping on in. Temperatures are going to be rising. And yes, this is going to lead to some heavy rain. The best chance to see the heaviest of the rain is going to be in the overnight hours on Saturday, because that's where we're going to have the most moisture in place for this cold front to work with. And can you spot the cold front? It is the division between the moisture and the dry air that we have in place as we get into Sunday morning here. And that cold front continues to bring back the dry air, take out the rain, and it's going to be bringing in the cooler temperatures once again for us as well. But tonight, not too bad. Still need a jacket with 40s. Mostly cloudy skies. More clouds is definitely expected in the morning on Saturday. But for the most part, expecting things to be dry. Maybe a stray sprinkle of rain can't be ruled out. Rain chances beginning to increase in the afternoon. And again, really expecting things to be pretty wet on Saturday evening through Saturday night. We could be even dealing with a few rumbles of thunder out there with some pretty strong winds as well. Things improve for Sunday. It's going to get colder, but the winds will back off. It's still going to be breezy, but they're not going to be damaging potentially winds that are in place, not winds that you really need to change your plans around for. And we see temperatures, again, remaining on the cooler side, but drier conditions as well. So here are those maximum sustained wind gusts that we could see on Saturday. This is already 7:30 in the morning, gusting 20-plus miles per hour here. By noon on Saturday, winds are going to begin gusting into that 30-plus mile-an-hour range, and the strongest of the winds are going to be with us when the rain really gets going and when the cold front is going to begin moving on through. Winds are going to be gusting, again, 40-plus miles an hour tomorrow. That's going to cause some problems out there, from minor power outages. It's just anything that's loose, unsecure. It's certainly going to be blowing around. It's not going to make for a nice day to be out, and a Saturday maybe you want to stay in instead of go out for it. But the winds begin backing off as we get past midnight on Sunday. But we just see clouds moving in for us tonight, and that rain will be moving in for us through the afternoon and evening on your Saturday before colder air moves back in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then another warm-up on the way for Wednesday, Thursday next week.
55 flags placed in front of Clarksdale City Hall as a memorial. That story coming up.
And it's time now for another Steals and Deals with Lisa Robertson.
Hey, Lisa Robertson here, and I want to talk to you about something that I found to be really, really shocking. I was reading a statistic recently that 1 in 5 women are assaulted, and I was incredulous. I couldn't believe it, and it really scared me for a second. And I thought about my niece. She's going off to college. Oh, she's my heart. I think my 15-year-old niece, she, is I can't imagine something happening to someone that I love. And I love this idea because it's something that I can give to them and something I can carry to really give me peace of mind and give all of us more safety. It's the Birdie Personal Safety Alarm. And this is something you can keep on your keychain. So it comes in 5 colors, although I know the colors aren't the point. It comes in a great little brass keychain. You put it on your keychain, you carry it with you. And now, if your daughter or your niece is going off to college, she's carrying it with her from class to class. If you like to go running, if you like to go hiking, if you're going to your car in the parking lot in the evening, you have this with you. This is a 130 decibel alarm and a flashing strobe light. Now, I'm going to pull this, and it's going to be loud, but I'm going to cover it up so it's at least bearable, because this is really, really loud, okay? It's kind of startling. All right, hold on. No one is going to miss that. This is peace of mind for you and the people that you love. This is one of those things that goes with you everywhere. You can keep one in your car, you can keep one on your keychain, but think about giving one to your mom. Think about giving one to your niece. Think about giving one to your daughter. Think about giving one to your son. He's off on a college campus. He works somewhere where he's going, back and forth a long way to the car. He likes to run. This is a personal safety alarm that everyone can use. I love that it comes in 5 colors, although, again, I know that's not the point. I do love the fact that you can get it for 20% off right now on localsteals.com. It's a crazy, crazy time. We could all use a little more peace of mind, a little more feeling of safety and security.
Things started to go bad for me after I got out the hospital. The bills just kept pouring in. Then the phone calls started day and night. And then they garnished my paycheck. That's when I called Hertz Law Firm. They stopped the garnishment and the phone call. If you're having trouble with your bills, you need to call Hertz Law Firm.
Let us help you get out of debt and get a fresh start. Just call 725-1000.
Hearst Law Firm, 725-1000.
It's a first of its kind from Toyota. The perfect blend of style, sophisticated design, and performance. The experts agree. Introducing the all-new 2021 Venza from Toyota. With advanced all-wheel drive and a hybrid powertrain as standard equipment. Delivering 219 horsepower for quick acceleration and 39 combined MPG that can take you 565 miles between pillows. Now you can lease a Venza for just $279 a month. Venza, first of its kind. Toyota, let's go places.
Hello?
Hey, Earl. It's Big Insurance. I'm calling back with an offer.
Oh, a settlement? That's great.
We'd like to offer you $10,000.
$10,000? That accident's worth at least twice that?
What are you going to do? Take it to court?
Okay. I'll take the $10,000.
All lawyers are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Are you ready to join the doers? Those who do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent, the add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Dupixent isn't for sudden breathing problems. It can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks and help prevent severe asthma attacks. It's not a steroid, but can help reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Dupixent can cause serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away if you have rash, shortness of breath, chest pain, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. And don't change or stop your asthma treatments, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Talk to your asthma specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
Attention AT&T DirecTV customers. Despite Fox 13's efforts to stay on the air, AT&T DirecTV is threatening to drop this channel, and you will no longer see your favorite programming live on AT&T DirecTV. That means you lose critical COVID-19 information and real-time updates. No live sports, no Judge Judy 911 or WWE SmackDown, and no breaking local news, traffic, or weather from Fox 13. Call AT&T DirecTV today at 1-800-531-5000 and tell them to stop the blackouts and keep Fox 13 on the air.
There's been so much happening in our lives. Everything's changed, and so have we.
We're being inundated with information about COVID-19. We've had to adjust the way we deliver the news on Good Morning Memphis.
We want to drill down and show you the information that matters to you.
We're going to help you figure out what's relevant. Every day, we're talking to the experts. We're asking them about this virus.
Our number one job is to keep you informed and to tell you what you need to know.
We're making sure that we get you accurate information to prepare for your day, every day.
This is Fox 13 News.
More than 26 million Americans have now received either the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine. And new research is in on a third vaccine tonight.
Fox 13's Samantha Manning is here now with what it could mean for America.
It's a single dose of protection from Johnson & Johnson. Newly released numbers show the company's COVID vaccine was 66% effective overall in its phase 3 global trial. When it comes to severe disease, Johnson & Johnson says the shot was 85% effective. The study involved 44,000 participants in 8 countries. Pfizer and Moderna already have vaccines on the market here in the U.S. Clinical trials show they are about 95% effective overall against symptomatic COVID-19 patients. Despite the lower efficacy rate from Johnson & Johnson, the nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says the vaccine has some advantages. It's inexpensive. Unlike the others, the vaccine is a single dose and doesn't require ultra-cold storage. Johnson & Johnson says it plans to file for emergency use authorization from the FDA within a week. From the Washington News Bureau, I'm Samantha Manning.
Now, between the vaccines and those who have COVID-19 antibodies, as many as a third of all Americans may have some degree of protection from the virus. According to a CNN analysis, 6% of the United States has been vaccinated. While cases across much of the country are starting to level out, that's not expected to last. The virus keeps mutating.
We're now going to see these new variants, much more infectious viruses, much more easily transmitted, even causing more serious illness, are now going to overlay on top of that very high baseline. So what we can expect to see in the course of the next, I think, 6 to 14 weeks is something that we haven't even come close to experiencing yet.
That's frightening, but health experts say we have to continue to wear a mask and social distancing is a must. They say that that's the only way we can really keep the infection numbers to a manageable level.